Hey everybody, welcome back for some Evolution Legends content. And I decided to do this second video today because I was in the Discord chat and I posted my video earlier today, kind of going over the new hero Gul'jin. And I was pretty excited about the patch today, and there weren't any like major things in here. If you look at this patch, they talk about, I guess, like the major thing here is it looks like they removed the campaign stage requirements for element and relic hero recruitment in the Ancient Circle. So for those of you that were waiting to hit 17.5 and clear 17.5 to be able to use your summon runes in Ancient Circle, it looks like you don't have to wait anymore. You can just do it, which is okay, great, whatever. That's nice. There are a few other things in here that were just some optimization, so not anything majorly new, like worthy of covering. So I decided really just to focus on the new hero that they released today. Now that's all well and good, but as I was in the Discord chat, somebody pinged me and said, "Hey, you should do a video on the nerf to the Arctic Heart artifact." And I was like, "Well, okay, what are you talking about? Nothing was in the patch notes about it." And it turns out that they slipped in. The developers at HK Hero Entertainment slipped in some nerfs and some buffs to the artifacts. They reworked the artifacts, and for whatever reason, just decided to just slip it in there and not tell anybody, which I do not like that at all. I don't like being surprised like that, and there's absolutely no reason why developers should ever just do things like that. If you want to alienate your base, that's one way to do it, and that's just by making seemingly arbitrary changes to the game, to the mechanics of the game, and not even informing the player base about it. I work in product, and one thing the last thing you want to do is surprise your users with unexpected things. You want to be transparent from beginning to end, so that you set the expectation, you get alignment on it. This is why it's important to have test servers and give access to people that want to be a part of who are committed to the community and to the success of the game, and are willing to give feedback on things, because stuff like this should not we should not be getting surprises like this in the game. I mean, in pre-global release, sure, right? Like before it made its official release, and I can get that. That stuff's gonna happen, but that's not acceptable anymore when the game is officially released and on iOS and Android, and you're basically working at scale now. You're scaling up. You're trying to grow your base, and you can't surprise people like this. I think it's really it's bad form. So that's my soapbox to the developers at HK Hero Entertainment, that they need to rethink that process and be more transparent. And when they do make changes to heroes and they do make changes to artifacts, tell us what they are, and give us heads up in the patch notes, and tell us why. That's the other thing. It's like, the easiest thing for you to do is to say, hey, by the way, we're going to be here's some additional changes that are going to be coming in the next release, right? They had to know this for weeks, that these changes were coming, and they chose not to be transparent about it. But the other big thing is why. I've played other games, mobile games and desktop games like Legend of Runeterra and card games and things like that they're very transparent of what they're changing before it's changed, and why they're changing it. What does the data say? So these changes that they've made to these artifacts, great. They can do that, but tell us why. What is the why like, what are they seeing in the data, or the performance of the game, or the performance of certain teams and combinations that are driving them to make those changes, right? Because they can't be arbitrary. They have to be supported by data. So I did say I was getting on my soapbox, and I got on another one right after that. So now I think I'm off my soapbox. So let's just dive in and try to make sense of what some of these changes were. And I may not have visibility into everything because, once again, the notes don't include the old values with the new values. They've done this before when they've nerfed heroes, is they say, oh, we nerfed the hero, here are the changes. But they didn't say, like, we took damage from this percentage to this percentage. This was this and now this. And it's nice to see that before and after so we kind of understand what the overall change is. Let me turn this down a bit here. Okay, so the first thing that somebody tipped me off to was a change to the Arctic Heart. So this is the Arctic Heart artifact, and this artifact was nerfed. It wasn't a huge nerf, but it was a moderate nerf, I think. It's hard to know exactly what the impact of this is until I start to get some more time in with the game and seeing how this performs. But basically, the basic attacks have 10% chance of freezing the target for 4 rounds. So that's the level 1 to 2 value you get here. Like when you have this equipped, it used to be 15%. Okay, so I believe it used to be 15% for your basic attacks, and then when you got to level 3, the old one, it would go from 15 to 20%. Now it goes from 10% to 15% for the basic attack. And then the third, when you have it maxed out level 6, the third upgrade you get to the artifact is skills. Also, your skills then have a chance of freezing a target for 1 round. It was 10% chance, and now it's a 6% chance. And I'm not like a super math WYSIWYG person, so I don't know kind of what that sort of breaks down to in terms of, like, over the course of X number of rounds or whatever, like, how many fewer CC effects are we going to see. But I do need to play with this a little bit and just get a feeling for this artifact and what the impact is there. So that's the first one. And let's keep going, clicking through here. I got Aegis Sealed. I don't think anything was changed with that one. Oh wait, here, let me go back here. Going the wrong way. So Demon's Eye. Crit damage increases by 10% after each crit strike. That's the level 1 base ability for Demon Eye. The level 2 is crit damage changes to 15%. And then the max level, when you get to level 6, it unlocks at level 6. Crit strikes by allies also increase crit damage by 3%. This was buffed, and I'm trying to remember what the old crit damage was. I think crit damage increases by 10%. I think it's a significant. Was it 3% before? And then crit damage increased by 5%. I think it was 3% and then 5% before when you got it to level 3. So this is, if that's correct, again, I don't have the historical on this, but that was a pretty significant buff for this artifact, and I'm kind of curious why, because it was really good, like, to begin with. So this artifact on Malastor, this definitely buffs Malastor in here, because I think that's the primary recipient of this artifact is Malastor, or anyone else that's doing a lot of crit hits. Pyrex, anyone doing a lot of AoE damage that's potential to get multiple crits. Galil is a potential recipient to this as well. So it'll be interesting. Yeah, I did run this on Galil for a while. I do need to get this max to level 6. That was my intention anyways. But this is a pretty significant buff, so it'll be interesting to see how this affects the usage of this. Okay, and then Covenant of War. You can see I've got Covenant of War on this one. Yeah, I love this artifact. I usually don't run it on Galil. I think I've been like messing with different artifacts and different heroes, just testing some things out. Because Galil has a self-heal already. So she's like, the fact that at level 6 this gets an upgrade that gives a 20% leech when HP is below 30. Well, Galil doesn't really need that because she already has a self-heal. Her basic attack has a self-heal, so probably good on somebody that doesn't have a self-heal. Anyways, but this was nerfed, so increased attack by 0.2% for every 1% of health HP loss. I think it's down from that was 3%, and it's down from 3% down to or 0.3% to 0.2%. Sorry, not 3%. So increase attack by it was 0.3% for every 1% of HP loss. Now it's 0.2% for every 1% of HP loss. And then attack boost effect increase for the level 3 enhancement. You get attack boost effect increases to 0.4%. So it would be 0.4% increase for every 1% of HP lost. And it used to be, I think, 0.5, I believe it was. Guys, correct me. Feel free to correct me in the comment section below or something if I'm off by this, because I don't exactly remember what it was, but it was somewhere around that. But this definitely took a nerf. The level 6 ability, I think, stays the same, unless that was a 30%. Was it a 30% leech that you got before, and now it's a 20% leech? That leech might have been nerfed a little bit as well. At the end of the day, I mean, it's you're still going to run this, right? It's still a solid artifact to have. Those increases are going to add up over time, and the artifact's going to be effective. So it's not like I'm not going to run this. So let's see. I think those are the ones I know about. I don't think Kingdom of Protection was changed at all. Let me go back. Let me see if I have any. Let me go into my bag and take a look at my artifacts here. Yeah, I don't think this has changed. And then Might of Honor Zone when HP is 70%. Yeah, I think that stays the same. I don't think that changed. I believe that was 75 and 20 before already. Again, guys, feel free to correct me in the comments if you're wrong. So, anyways, that's the video, right? So that's what I wanted to just kind of cover. So those are the artifacts. So Arctic Heart got nerfed. Covenant of War got nerfed. Demon Eye seemed to get buffed, pretty significant buff. So of course I'm going to start playing with that a little bit more and seeing what, maybe that brings Malisaur back into the fold for my line. I may have to rethink my lineup a bit or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll just drop Demon Eye on Galil. I don't know. I'll just kind of play with it and see. But yeah, I don't know why the developers feel like it's okay to just do this. This is baffling to me. And I think that the player base should absolutely voice their disagreement with that. Like the player base should absolutely get on Discord or go on their Facebook page and just say like, hey, that's not okay. I think the developers are doing a great job with the game. I love all the enhancements that they've done. I love the diversity of the heroes. The artwork of the game is fantastic. I think they've there's enough there for people that want to just play free to play and still progress and have fun with the game, and there's enough there for people that are willing to spend money because they want to just progress faster and whatnot. That's their choice. So there's enough there for those. So I think they've done a fairly good job of balancing some of that, and it's still early, and I know they're going to be introducing more content. They're going to do more stuff for PvP. They do reach out and do surveys, and they do collect data and feedback from the users, from the gamers. But this is one area that they have been historically really bad in my opinion. Multiple times when they do these release notes, in the past it's been the release just happened. You had no idea when the release was happening, and that's another issue we have here. We need to get on a consistent, predictable release schedule, right? Like, release shouldn't happen on a Monday sometimes, and on a Friday on other days, and on a Thursday on sometimes, and you know what I mean? Be more predictable about it. And so, this not only helps the gamers and the communities, but it helps people like me, like the content creators, to understand and get ahead of this. We want to create content and create hype around the game and get it in front of our subscribers and the community, and continue to grow the community. And we're there to help grow the game. And so the developers need to help us help them, right? And you do that through transparency. You do that through predictability in terms of the release. You do that through just well-written communication, just communication really, right? And there's other things they can do. And so if the developers ever want to reach out to me and ask me, how can we help you guys do a better job of, or do more to support the community, and how can we support the community, I'd be happy to give them my feedback. Anyways, that's it. Let me know what you guys think. Leave some comments. I know Discord, there's been some conversations going around this, but leave some comments below, or go to the Reddit board that I've got linked down in the description. Join that community. Share your thoughts there. Also, if you want to leave feedback for the developers, you can go to their Facebook page, and I can throw that into in the description as well. If you guys want to connect it there and leave some feedback there, or join the Discord channel, leave some feedback there, or whatever. Let's just have an open dialogue about it. You know what I mean? And feel free to share your comments below. I'll be curious to see if you guys agree with what my position on it, or if you have different viewpoints on it. Love to hear from you, and I'd love to just have the discussion around it. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys for hearing me out. Sorry if I rambled on too long and I went on multiple soapboxes. Just trying to help improve the relationships between developers and the base and the content creators, and all be one big happy family, right? And we do that through communication and transparency, right? So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Have a great night.